Yo, 420 Kids live direct in effect, Oklahoma City bound to D-Town. Knowledge is key, Dirty Mac, and what's happening is going down. In today's episode, we got the African American programming or mindset. Man, tap in, man. Y'all tap in. First off, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. And we appreciate that those that continue to show us support on the Cash App. So with that being said, elaborate on that, the African American programming of the mindset a little bit before we go into this short video.
Before I go into that, first of all, I have to definitely distinguish what is being said. Notice that we bring y'all these links, the descriptions for a mindset that everyone could adhere to or agree to, but it doesn't necessarily mean that at all. I believe that we are African American. If there is a we that are African American, then who is there? There's an American. So I like to get down to common thoughts where we can all agree to be on the same playing field before we choose to play. Because if we're African American, we're already below an American. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't distinguish or call yourself things that would lower your nature or lower your vibration. So with that being said, Dirty, I know we got that clip that definitely goes into the programming or exactly what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I appreciate that insight too, man. And we have an identity crisis as African Americans. We're known by many titles, many labels. We were called slaves. We were called Negroes. We were called niggers, African Americans, blacks. So the division is, of course, you know, they keep changing. I wonder what we're going to be called next year. So before we go into this quick video article.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, you know, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you just heard, what has happened to Ye. What's up, God? What's popping with it, man? But this is what happened to Ye. They figured we would take a smart one out, neutralize him, and he would become more like them, where he would never think about the have-nots, the people that have walked that same walk. He peeped that. So with that being said, it was easy, not easy. It's not easy for all of us to take the walks Yaden took. That's why he'll say make songs like Jesus Walk. Some people say it's church music or all different type of things of that nature because make that is religious. One thing we can't lie about, he's not afraid to deal in things that at least he thinks are fact. Not saying everything he thinks is a fact, but at least what he thinks. And I say this, Tupac said even a genius asks questions. So where are we at in this world where it becomes a crime to ask a question? Or it had been against a crime to say, this is how this happened. Now, if archaeologists and all that can battle it out for things that they dig up, we can have true conversation. I put it like this, conversations only makes us get better. So why can we watch things like we just watched, the scene we just watched? How can we watch that but not see that it is an organized First of all, they started off in politics. They started off talking about conservatives and Democrats. You know, this is where they started off with. So if this starts off from a political thing, it doesn't start off in nature. Normally, you put a seed in the ground and it gets watered and it starts from a seed. But if this is starting off in politics, then that's like we fighting a different type of thing here. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we do have to recognize what's going on. We can't act like what we just seen ain't happening. Dirty. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the video article right there?
Let's go into the video article one more again, so we let the people that's just now tapping in see where we were going with the narrative.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
We have to.
That makes it even worse.
He might develop into a leader against us. If we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
Kyrie
he feels
Irving.
compelled to try to act like us.
Act like us.
His identity and
his
racial anger.
Racial anger.
He becomes alien to his brothers.
Yeah,
They realize
he angry at them.
him out, and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
Don't worry about him. He rich.
Hey, that's real shit. No, it's real shit. That's real shit. So, hey man, that's the psychological conditioning of our people. Like I said, we speak this language. We have been snatched from our traditional tongues, our traditional land. See, the African American identity crisis. See, you know, my personal thing, although that doesn't tie you into a nationality, but they fucked up when they labeled us the indigenous people to both lands, because contrary to popular belief, they did not bring us here on slave ships. We already migrated here, showed the people agriculture, horticulture, science, mathematics with herbs. And so the whole story that they teach us in school is lies. Just with that said, this is the elites. This is a bipartisan meeting. The liberals and the conservatives. Code words, Democrats, Republicans. You hear me? These are, like you said, it started in politics, and it's a trickle-down effect. So the crisis, and often the time when we do get money, just look at it. As soon as we become wealthy, we go take the money away from people who look like us and put it into their banks, and then we get to talking down on the neighborhood. You hear me? It's financial literacy. We have to spend money with people who look like us to take care of us and future generations, our children's, our parks, our schools, and so on. So with that being said, man, it's definitely still an identity crisis. Every time we speak up for injustice, just look at the backlash. And I tell Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, these aren't criminal. It's easy to criminalize people. These are professional black men at their craft. Professionals, the best of the best, some would say. And they're demonizing them for what? For a post. They get demonized for a post or something he said, you know, but it's okay for us to be bitch ass nigga, I'll kill you every motherfucking day. It's okay for them to show how many slave movies have they made in the past 10 years showing derogative images of African Americans. Django, they can do all that shit. Kyrie didn't do the movie. That's right, Ken Folk, he didn't do it. So, but and then on top of that, they like, let's see what the fuck the rest of all you other niggas are thinking. LeBron, they got LeBron over. He like, hey man, what the fuck? You hear me? I ain't never seen LeBron so scared. He like, hey man, I deduct any form of hate. He like, hey man. He said they like, hey man, we fucking with all y'all. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, what you think about that, man? Keep it.
Hey, bro. On the real. This is what's taking place, bro. This is what's taking place from a stronghold. I tell people all the time, I don't identify with black. I don't adhere to African American. I don't adhere to none of that shit because when they tell us to look in the Bible, and when I go look in the Bible, and you go to Google right now and type in description of Jesus in the Bible, they didn't say a black male. They didn't say that. You know why? Because they described what they eyes seen. They said bronze put in a furnace, hair of wool. Bro, like, so if you look at these descriptions and they didn't describe this person as a black male and someone else altered this person, the whole color thing is done for this and this only. This and this only. If you call certain people black, you can group them up and put them in this category, regardless of their complexion. They skin complexion for real, it doesn't count. Are you black? You go in this box. You white, you go in this box. You Asian, you go in this box. Now you are able to divide and conquer all type of different type of lands. Bro, this is a science. This is mathematical. You make a person eyes believe what they telling you is not real. I'm bronze made of gold, a copper color, whatever you choose to conduct yourself or how you choose to conduct yourself, however you choose. But instead, somebody puts you in this category. So once you're placed in that category, now you can take or move this category. You can make everybody in that category look like these particular people. And these particular people don't even agree to stick together or act like they in this category. It's a no-losing situation. You know what I'm saying? It's too much confusion. It has us now thinking a man being born can be a woman. It's confusion, bro. So when you look at me, I say we don't understand this stuff until it happens to a rich person. So when Kanye West, when Kyrie Irving just posted a movie that he looks at, once he posted, people say, oh, now he has to be more conscious of what he posts because he has 41 million followers. You know, that's like you're promoting anti-Semitism, but when you look, anti-Semitic is one word, but if you look at the word Semitic, it is a totally different word. Like I don't know how this shit is possible.
Afro-Asiatic, the subfamily of Afro-Asiatic. Everybody know what Afro means.
Yeah.
So
a person that originally spoke Hebrew or Aramaic. So however which way Kyrie Irving said that, he said, if you know your history, if I know my history, I can't be anti-Semitic. He said that. It went so far over some people's head, but you know, bro, there's videos out where there's Jewish people even saying, man, we don't hate Kyrie Irving. You know, we see what's going on. Like I say, we live in an artificial reality. We pass out coupons and we go to work for these things. Like, it's really thought waves, our thought energy that makes things occur. However, we can't govern ourselves in a way, so we have to get somebody else to govern us. That's why I started off with politics. You're not born saying, here, you're part of nature. You was born of this nature, just like the animals was. We respected everything across the board. It's not like that. Now the animals really don't deserve to live. So one day the human beings probably are not going to really be able to deserve to live. Like, this is the route that the planet we living on is headed, and we don't see the signs. We just look at it, you know, lollygag, ooh, a whole nother day. Nah, man, we got to learn to get these breaths together. Like,
start kind of breaking up.
I'm cut.
Go ahead now. You good now.
Yeah, we got to make it where whoever is popping these narratives, who's putting out this African American mindset like this, they can't held to be above correction. Nobody is at the point where you can't be questioned. Where somebody can't watch a documentary and you don't even have to prove what you saying is real either. You can just say, hey, you hurt me. You hurt me. You need to say, I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You say, goddamn, what I do? What I'm doing?
Yeah,
what I do?
Say, hey,
I know I hurt you.
What is the definition? I know I hurt you. What is the definition of anti-Semitic? You hear me? Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
The definition of anti-Semitic. because they're, you know.
Here's what I found.
What is anti-Semitism? Let's see what Siri say. Shouldn't have pulled up the working definitions.
Read that definition and then
The spirit, the working of definition of anti-Semitism. This was in the spirit of the Stockholm Declaration that states, with humanity still scared by anti-Semitism and xenophobia, the international community shares a solemn responsibility to fight these evils. The Committee on Anti-Semitism and Holocaust denial, called the IHRA, plenary in Budapest, to adopt the following working definition for. I say that didn't go in, but anyways, like I say, they need to define what Kyrie Irving did. They still haven't defined what he did.
They just did. You just read it, bro. They said that the documentary denied the Holocaust. That's what this shit. It's amazing that yeah, bro. We can be made. I hate the word "we," bro, but certain people can be made look as demons in their music, where they play self-incriminating, self-genocide, and you will broadcast it all over for the world to hear. All over for the world to hear. But the moment a person even brings up and said, okay, a person could say the Holocaust happened, but it wasn't more people died than the Atlantic slave trade. Oh, why are you comparing? Why are you comparing it? Now, why are you comparing? What's the comparison? Yeah, we're not. No one's trying to compare atrocities. But if you bring up certain atrocities, what makes it one atrocity more bigger than the other? I'm saying either way. Like what makes one bigger than the other? Why are these things not even up for discussion? If it's not up for discussion, why on our radio stations it's being allowed like to about self-genocide, but it's only one race where these kind of things are allowed. But the moment this race attempts to self-correct, now you talking about, now you see people are self-correcting. Now it's like, oh no, they're finding out who they are. Like you can see it open wide, but it's like it's about all people. And the solution is definitely knowing self. Cairo, the solution. This man is being baptized because he showed the solution. I'm not saying the documentary that he talked about was all the way correct, but I'm saying if you go past the English language we speak, the Spanish language that we speak, the two most predominant languages we speak, right before that it was Hebrew. And if you do learn to read certain things in Hebrew, then you start to pick up answers a different kind of way. You start to vibrate a different kind of way. These are things that's known and things that are so shit. The answers is gonna be exactly whatever Kyrie did that was wrong. Go into that and then start there. That's the best thing I could possibly say, bro. That's the best thing I could say.
Hey, I can add this. This is the answer, and I'm sick of this with us in the African American community. Oh, we're boycotting. We'll be mad for 2 months. Fuck a boycott. We need to do a man-cot and then turn it to a build-cot. We need to build our own fucking leagues, our own separate independent, but equal institutions. You hear me? So we don't have to keep being at somebody's footstool for them to rule over us and to make fictitious narratives like Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. Oh, they're being hateful. No, you're being hateful because you exploiting African Americans at alarming rates in the NBA, in the NFL, in the music industry. So that's that. Oh, so when we stand up and talk about that, now we're being hateful because we don't want you, nor do we like you exploiting us in the NBA, the NFL. Hey, I'm not mad at the Jewish community because all they're worried about is maintaining the master to slave relationship. Who I am mad at is us, because it's us, because that's all we are worried about is maintaining their master to us, our slave relationship. We love, hey man, I boycotted the NFL already. Once they was on that bullshit with Kaepernick, he took a knee disrespecting the flag. He took a knee because y'all killing unarmed African Americans at alarming race police, and y'all got it on camera, and then y'all getting off. That's why he took a knee. But you changed the narrative. Oh, he's being hateful. Okay, and fuck a NFL. Same thing with NBA. I love sports to death. You hear me? I can tell you these motherfuckers shoe size. But hey, man, it's time for us to build our own shit. You hear me? For real. That's how bad a shoe size. I know what school he come from, what league he going here, what draft pick, what his salary cap. Man, fuck all that shit. We need it's time for our shit. We need to build our own institutions, man. The civil rights movement, all that was disenfranchising of African American business. The Black Lives Matter movement is even more fucked up because they have merged the homosexual narrative with the black narrative. You hear me? This is two totally different causes. Don't mix and match that Black Lives Matter. They made $80 million. That none of that money went to the Black Lives That Matter. You hear me? They was giving the money for people who went at operations. They getting operations and shit. They giving the motherfuckers. You hear me? The previous episode we did on the motherfucking transgender man beating up the woman.
Yeah,
you hear me?
Real talk.
That's what the money went to. That's what the money went to.
Man, for real, bro. And it's crazy because speaking on the money, that's really the solution. That's really the solution. Yeah, that's really the solution. What was it called? The 1974. What was the clip called?
Oh, the clip. Let me go back to the clip, man. Hey, man, this is politics, man. This is a hierarchy, man.
So what I was gonna say, their main focus was to take the smart one, who would turn the rest of the people to build their own system. They had to take them out of the you can't get yeah. They had to take him out of the equation. So if you take all the
17,
17.
It's no, my bad.
Real shit. Now, bro, you have to take Kyrie Irving. If you can't keep Kanye West, Kyrie Irving with that amount of money, if you can't keep them in control, could you imagine what would be built? And it's not a racist thing because you could integrate other people. You could hire them, you know. They could be John Paxson or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can put them in your league. You're not saying it's sectioned off, but we are saying the power structure. It is the power that was. It is losing its grips. It's losing its control, its stronghold, and everything you see going on is a result of that stronghold being lost. So when one nation falls, another nation has to build or restore order. So you can let chaos make it where someone else comes make the order for you, or you can decide to be your order before the chaos ensues. Like the chaos is coming regardless. You know, Nike just made a commercial where they showed a financial meltdown where people didn't have the money. None of this stuff exists. It was war going on. Nobody knew how to grow food. Nobody knew how to go to the wilderness and survive. You know, the apartments and all the buildings are owned by somebody else. They owned by the banks. So it don't matter if
who owned the banking system.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real. Hey, who owns
over that trip? Hey, I didn't Google it. I just guessed. Is that his right shoe size? I didn't know. It might be right. Hey, that might be a lucky guess, though. I didn't Google. But we need to Google how much the NBA players made last year and how much the NBA made. That's what motherfuckers should be mad about. You hear me? They mad about some little bullshit talking about Kyrie Irving said a movie. It's like, hey, man, I say, hey, I like Jeffrey Dahmer. And then post it. I tell you to watch it. Then all of a sudden I got to pay $500,000. I got to get sensitivity training. I'm suspended for 7 games for watching Jeffrey Dahmer. Are you fucking serious? They saying the Emmett Till, you hear me? What was whistling out of what? They still making up shit, bro. They still making up shit.
Boy,
hey, how much up?
Man, how much more gruesome can it get? Do you think Hebrews to Negroes had half the gruesomeness going on as Jeffrey Dahmer? Hey man, where's the outrage? Where the fuck is the outrage? Where's the outrage?
What Jeffrey Dahmer had the motherfucking stranger in there. He said, hey man, nothing's happening. He said, we'll see. You hear me? This dumb motherfucker. Please.
He took a little boy, bro. The police made the little boy after he drugged him, made him go back in the house. He stuck screws in the boy head, bro. We talking about Kyrie Irving got suspended for watching Hebrew to Negroes, and the Negroes still can't see that you bigger than Negroes, you heroes for real. Like, bro, y'all the motherfucking American heroes. Like, shit. Man. When I say quit calling yourself African American or black, I'm saying it because you're a hero, not a Negro. You know, they say Hebrews to Negroes. Hey, man, all of this stuff that's going on is for you to once again wake up and realize your real true nature. You know, I hate saying self-identity culture. A lot of that shit get watered down. And I get tired of sounding like the watered down speech type person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you coming at it and you really just keeping it 1,000, we got to stop letting stuff, the program, we got to rewire ourselves. If you rich, it ain't about the money, but you was put in that position for a reason. Like, shit, be a king. Like, be a king. You don't forget about those ones that was right there with you at some point in the coup. You don't forget. Like, you don't get the money and then say, hey, like, he's just like us now. He's no longer connected to them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But then the moment they can't handle you, you know, you like Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Your helicopter falling out of the sky. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, we got to see it's a lose-lose situation. You know, if
everybody know they killed Kobe Bryant. Everybody know they killed him, man.
If you watch the clips, that from today of what we doing, all of this stuff will make sense. Yeah, and we need to start a coalition. We definitely need to start.
46 million African Americans. We all got $100 right now to go to DC.
That's the thing.
So we can handle our own affairs. We're gonna handle our own affairs.
I'm not an African American though. I agree with you with everything. I agree with you on everything. Yeah, I agree with you. No, if everybody else is American, can we agree to be Americans then, huh?
We're not all Americans. America defines people by race. You hear me? America defines people by race. We're like, hey, what's that? That's a Mexican guy. That's a Mexican guy. You hear me? Like, hey, he's a Chinese guy. But yeah, real shit though. That's funny, man. I give a crazy.
Yeah, he ain't crazy, man. Yeah. That's I say in closing, just like a computer that has a virus, you see the way we wired up. If something doesn't suit you, then you do something different. Different. So my closing statement is going to be definitely rewire yourself. You see what is planned. We got to quit falling for the banana in the tailpipe, the same thing. If you see people rich, don't rob that man because he's rich. That's probably a king. Something in his spirit has him to play a certain role, but he's scared to play that role because he's intimidated by sharks. Like, he's intimidated by the fact that he knows for a fact people like him that have less is going to tear him down. You see it again and again and again. Nah, bro, we got to, each one teach one. We got to start respecting each other a different kind of way, a different type of respect, a different type of knowing. It's time for us to remember.
Real talk.
Sleep for a long time. My closing statement is on that, man. It's not an awakening like the conscious people, the conscious versus the sleep. None of that shit. We all can wake up in an instant. If the people that are wealthy right now decided to come together and do things a certain way, everybody's problems will be over with in the morning. I'm talking about one day. So it's a reason why these people are that they have handlers. If you are one of the filthy, we heard Ye be one of the first people, bro. He didn't admit it a lot. We need to get, one in definitely on a lot of what he's done, because I feel like we chronicling his life right now. Like at some point, people are gonna be chronicling a lot of these people's lives, and yet and still, we sitting back like spectators. We sitting back like spectators and not really seeing. So my closing statement is, yeah, man, we're gonna start seeing things for what they are instead of the illusion of what is being showed to you. You know, and yeah, and my closing statement, one love.
All right, one love. So in closing, one thing for sure and two for certain is we need to organize under 6 phases of growth: economics, education, politics, community, and social development. And when we get that together, we got to get our military development together, man, because apparently everybody else is playing war games except us. And we're wondering why we're in a fallen state of humanity. So we got to do better. We got to organize. Military is to protect a nation of people. It's not get over yourselves as individuals. They gave us, so hey man, they're not gonna give us anything to liberate our way out of oppression. So peace.